What's going on, y'all? VNNCZ3 here, coming at you with an updated hero review of Death Knight, aka Shane, aka Just Don't Hit Me in the Face. And so you're probably wondering why I'm doing such an obscene imitation of him, because this dude's absolutely bonkers, okay? Let's go ahead and just dive into his background, and I'll explain it as at the end of it, okay? Let's see here. I've returned to claim my throne. Shane. A powerful lord who nearly conquered the world. Sounds like, what's that guy's name now? Really short dude. Ah, that's right, Napoleon. Shane grew obsessed with immortality in his older years. Finally, he led his army on a journey in search of eternal life. Napoleon led his whole army, but it was for world domination, right? No one knows what Shane and his men faced on their journey. But one thing is certain, Shane returned alone and dead. So, Napoleon led his whole army, but they died from the cold, basically. So, I can see the resemblance. Both of them are a bunch of idiots, no offense, but if you are such a ruler, why would you lead all your guys to death? For your own greed, basically. So anyways, I'm not going to take away from Death Knight because I think he's an amazing hero. I personally just don't like his background, okay? I'll say it there. You guys can boo me if you want to, but, I'm not a big fan of people who mistreat their followers like that. I don't know. Long story short, though, guys. Couple things here. He is a strength type hero, and his gear / stats get better as you level and rank him up. So, currently, he's got some okay gear on. As you can see, like it's attack, physical crit, pierce. And so, he is a damage-doing tank. So he's more damage than he is tank until you get him to rank 7, and then he becomes like full-blown damage tank put together. Like he gets the whole total package basically. So this is his rank 7 gear, as you can see here. Helm of Ares, level 58. The one thing I don't like is the Faith Amulet requiring level 59. I just don't like that because to get to 57 in the game on your account level is not that bad, but to get to level 58 is absolutely a nightmare. Then to get to 59 is even worse. So yeah, I don't know. But long story short, guys, as you can see, he's got a lot of strength on his gear, he's got a lot of HP, and he's a strength hero, so when he gets strength on an item, it ups his actual attack as well. So, as you can see here, more stats, more base stats here. The recovery is it's super negligible. I wish that was hit points and not recovery per round. And here you go, War Drums, more attack, more physical crit, and, Storm Ring, more base stats. So, yeah, he starts to pack on more base stats and more attack, the higher he goes up, and those base stats translate to hit points as well. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here in just a second. His battle skills, Soul Vortex, he uses this when he's deployed with troops out into the field, okay? If he's garrisoned, he'll do the same thing. When you see him in battle, he'll use his Soul Vortex, and it looks really cool, actually. I wish I could show you guys in a replay, but whenever I get some, I'll show you guys, okay? But I wouldn't get him based off the Soul Vortex, because every hero's got something like this. The stone supply management. Now, I'm over here rubbing my hands together because I am an absolute sucker for resource production heroes, ones that up the resource production. So, regardless of where he is at, as long as he is in your base and not captured, he will 100% give you that bonus. So that means as long as he's not captured as your leader, right? Because, you get attacked, your leader gets captured, yada, 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 right? And as long as he's not deployed with troops, he doesn't have to be garrisoned, he doesn't have to be your leader, he could just be in your roster like he is for this account, for my Taiwan account, and he will permanently give you this resource bonus, okay? Really great, guys. So on a legendary grade, 150% is quite a bit. It is quite a bit. So eventually when I get my resource production heroes online, I can switch from being a turtle to full offensive. I'll go ahead and make a video of that. It's going to take me several months, guys, but it's in the works, okay? Cavalry boost, the defense boost, and the HP boost, 50% and 50%. They both say logistics, okay? So that means he has to actually be deployed with troops for them to receive that bonus. Now, he basically gives you 2 troops for 1, but not the attack with those troops. So that's something you guys need to pay attention to, is the relationship of this hero with the troops you're deploying with. I know it's super popular for people to deploy, like, let's say 200,000 infantry, then 200,000 range, then 200,000 cavalry if you have that much in your military force, and not just a mixture of all three of them put together. It's just something super popular to do, and it gives good results. So, but his type is cavalry. So let's move on to his hero skills. Mine is not rank 7, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be able to show off his massive increase in stats when he gets to rank 7. But the couple things here that stick out is his Desolation here, his ultimate. Unleashes a shield, dealing damage and inflicting knockback, and freezes, it should say freezes, and freeze to nearby, and anyways, I know I misread that, guys, don't blame me, right? To nearby enemies in a large area for 3 seconds. Now here's the important part you guys have to remember here. Deals 1,258 damage, frozen enemies cannot act. Chance to inflict condition increases with skill level, 100% chance if enemy is below level 44. Now, if you are ever trying to apply a condition on an enemy, if they are the same level as you or higher, that 100% chance goes down. So it goes from like 100 down to like, I think 95, maybe 90, and then that goes from like that to like 75 to like 50 to 25 every single level. It gets cut down dramatically, guys. I'm not trying to exaggerate here. It literally is like the people I'm facing right now have about 5 levels on me in the hero chapter 8, because I'm 58 I mean, and the guys I'm going against are 63. And so for me to get a stun off on any of them is absolutely insane. It's bonkers. So but yeah, let's look at his another ability. It's Impale. It's an active ability he uses. Impales an enemy, dealing damage to all enemies in a line. Now, take about the width of his whole sword, okay, and that's about how wide that line is. And it does hit fairly far back, okay. So he does do some good damage with that skill, but he does even more damage when he actually dies. So this hero, it'll only work once through the whole combat, okay? There's a couple of heroes that say once per battle, like Rose Knight. Her shielding capabilities say, hey, once per battle, she'll shield your whole team. Now, there's 3 stages to 1 chapter. Each stage, Rose Knight throws a shield on all your heroes. Also, if you hit the 30-second mark, she will throw another shield on your hero, so she can actually use it 2 times per stage. And that's kind of crazy. This one right here it actually means it once per battle. So if you don't take care of your Death Knight and he dies early on, if he dies again, guess what? He's dead permanently. So, but that's the thing though, right? When he dies, he's going to get an attack buff for 10 full seconds when he gets back up. He's going to revive after 5 seconds. So like he dies, count to 5, then he gets back up with over half of his HP, guys, and that goes up, by the way. I think it's based on his grade and his level. So if he was like legendary grade, that might say like 60% HP or even like 65% HP. And the revive after 5 seconds, that time goes down, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, and the attack buff goes up the higher level it goes. So it's kind of like one of those mix and match things. But the increased attack by 440 is absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. He goes from hitting me for like, let's just say like 2,000 damage to hitting me for over 3,500 with that much extra attack. Now, that brings me to my next point. His Heart of Ice. It's a passive skill. When he gets to rank 7, Shane imbues his body with enchanted ice, increasing his strength. Now, guys, just check this out. Check it out. He is a strength-based hero. So when he gets more of his base stat, which is strength, it actually increases his hit points and his attack. But I'll go over that in just a second, okay? By the way, 164, it goes up dramatically based off of the hero level and the grade of the hero. So that 164 is only based off of what he's currently at right now. And then once he gets to rank 7, that'll go to like 150-ish, 200 even maybe. But let's just look at his stats really quick here. Now, he's only got 409 strength, and so with this buff, he'll probably go up to like 600 or 700 strength. He'll probably look like Child of Light when he's got 840 strength, which is quite a bit. And Child of Light is not a physical damage doing hero. He is a magic-based tank, okay? So, yeah, just check this out, right? Strength. Strength affects max HP, and defense also increases attack for strength heroes. So when he gets all of that attack, all of that strength, guys, it's going to up his attack. And like I said, the more he goes up in levels, the more stat-based gear he gets. Look at all that strength, guys. Strength, HP, you know, and it's just like more. Look at that 32 strength, 730 HP, guys. Absolutely bonkers. So when he gets to rank 7, he becomes a full-fledged tank, but he does good damage as well. Like, he does really good damage, guys. You know, I wish I had a rank 7 Death Knight so I could show you, but I've seen it. I've seen it from other people's accounts. So, yeah. His stats really aren't that bad. His defense is super low, though. For a tank, his defense is low. His magic defense is low. Like I said, he's much more of a damage doer than a tank, but once he gets to rank 7, they kind of mesh together, and he gets both. So, yeah, let's go ahead and show you guys some gameplay here. I will go ahead and do... maybe I'll do chapter 515. Yeah, I'm going to do 515, because some of the heroes I'm using are level 40. And I'm going to use Sea Squire for this, because I can, I guess. And so my average of level is what? Let's see here, like 42 or something like that. So we're about even. So let's just go ahead and start off by showcasing his skills, okay? That first attack he just used right there is an impale. Now it does hit really far back, guys. Don't let it fool you. It hits really far back. And so a perfect team, or a really, I wouldn't say perfect team, a really good team, guys, is actually Rose Knight and Death Knight along with Sea Squire, okay? Death Knight has that revive capability, right? So sometimes you don't get a heal off in time and your tank dies, and it happens. It does to me on my main all the time. And so if my main tank was actually a Death Knight, and, you know, at the grade that my Rose Knight is, which is almost legendary, wow, he would not be that bad, guys. That's all I'm saying. But let's take a look at these other abilities he's going to be using. So he just used his impale one more time, and it hit everybody from the middle dude in the red all the way to the right. I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not, as far as like his damage output, but it's a lot. It's quite a bit. You know, every time you see like a residue, like sword graphic effect, he's used his impale ability. So let's go ahead and use his ultimate up here just really quick here. Bam, use his ultimate, and he's gonna freeze that guy. So, yeah, it's really good, guys. Let me go ahead and retry this. Let me show you guys some more of his gameplay here. In fact, actually, I'm gonna leave this, and I am going to just use... I'm just gonna use him alongside with Prima Donna, I think, because Prima Donna I'm not afraid of dying anytime soon. And so, yeah, I will just use these two together and see if I can complete this chapter. Now remember, it's timed 1 minute 30 seconds. This is unedited, by the way, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna pass this or not, but look at that, 3,400 damage crit. Holy smokes! He hits for about 300. But did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Like, Prima Donna crit for over 5,000, but he just hit for another crit for almost 3,000 damage. Like, it's pretty insane, guys. It's bonkers how hard this guy hits. There we go, another 2,400 damage hit, or my bad, 1,700 damage hit. I keep mixing the two up, so maybe I'll have to like actually just show Death Knight on his own, but I need a healer. So pay attention real quick. He's about to use his skill, okay, and just watch all the people it hits. Okay, there we go. So it only hit the one guy in the middle for starters, and let's see if we can get him to do it again. Oh, by the way, this is his ultimate. That's a really super big range. I'm gonna use his ultimate now and show you guys what it does. Bam. Look at that. Knocked everybody back and froze everybody. 3 seconds, they can't do anything. And like I said, guys, his damage goes up substantially. When he gets to rank 7, his auto attacks start hitting for over 1,000 damage. And yeah, like you're thinking to yourself, that's not very good compared to the other heroes. But you gotta remember, he's much more of a tank hero than anything else. So that's something you gotta keep in mind when you're thinking about this hero or when you're talking about him. Recognize? No, I'm just teasing. So yeah, come on. I want to see the impale. There we go. There's an impale that hit 2 targets right there, and they're a little side by side, but it's not a skimpy line. That's the thing. So, and he uses impale almost every other hit, so that's a really good thing too. There we go. Come on. Come on. Get the damage in. Oh no, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? All of them are ganging up on me, guys. What am I gonna do? Oh, how about I use his ultimate? There we go. That solves that issue for me. And so a good thing to do is always time your stuns slash heals, you know, time them so you can stun, and then after you stun you can get a good heal in. So but that guy right there, the enemy just used his ultimate, knocked me back and froze me, but this impale ability is hitting almost everybody in front of him, so it's absolutely bonkers, guys. Here we go, another ultimate right there. We have just under a minute to beat this. Come on, don't die on me now. Okay, now that Death Knight just died, and he's going to be revived, and he's hitting for 3,100 damage now. Holy smokes. It's a lot of damage, guys. It is. That attack buff is really serious, guys. I have to use this ability because it's going to hit my Prima Donna really hard. And so the attack buff he gets, I wish it lasted a little bit longer, like all the way through his death. You know what I'm saying? Like when he revives, he gets the ability for longer. That would be really great. But you know, it's not too bad. Come on, I want to wait for you to use your ultimate so I can use my ultimate and cancel yours out. There we go. Oh no, I was too late. I wasn't ready. There we go. And it looks like we're gonna get the slam dunk on this one right here. And this is just two heroes. I mean, if my Sea Squire, if I had Rose Knight and Sea Squire, I could probably 3-hero it pretty easily, because Sea Squire and Rose Knight would be healing my my Death Knight. So there we go. We get the slam dunk right there. Get the 3 crowns. Always the 3 crowns, guys. Always. And so yeah, as far as gameplay in the Coliseum, Death Knight is actually serious business, guys. Don't doubt him in the arena. He's really damn good in the arena, mainly because of that death slash revive, and then he gets a massive attack buff, guys. Like this on my server, which is Kingdom 4, he will, like, a lot of the top teams right now are level 60, all legendary grades. So like this guy will die, he'll come back, and then he'll impale one time and hit for like over 5,000 damage. Like, it's pretty serious, guys. So Death Knight is definitely an end game type of hero. I think until you get him to rank 7, I don't know. I wouldn't rank him up there as far as heroes that you'd really want to get based off of just average gameplay. But once you can get him to rank 7, then he starts to pull away from the other tanks. Each tank kind of has their own little thing here. Like, for instance, the big guy I don't play with anymore, but on this account, but I do on my main account, right? On the big guy right here, he gets a lot of damage reduction. Like, that thing goes up to like 20% at level 60. It's pretty serious, guys. You know, not only that, but he stuns pretty much every single one of his hits. And so the big guy is much more of a tank. Like, he's a straight up tank. He's got crowd control, he can take a lot of damage, and so that's what kind of makes him a tank, and he's got a ton of hit points too. So now Death Knight, on the other hand, he gets more hit points as the game progresses, but there are just some things that happen. Like, right now I'm on Elite Chapter 7, and so like Bomb and Goblin, that dude, I mean, I passed it with 1 crown just to see if I could, but Elite Chapter, oh, let me show you guys, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Come on. I am not on the Taiwan account, but there we go, 712. This one right here with the Bomb and Goblin is like level 60 something or the other. And if I had Death Knight in that chapter mode, it would actually be a huge benefit. A lot of players keep asking me, VNN, what is the best hero composition? And guys, I'm telling you, 1 to 2 stunners, a tank, a healer or 2, and some damage. That is it. There is no best 5. There really isn't, because each hero has a different place that's really good in the game. A few heroes that are my favorites, on the other hand, are Beatrix, Rose Knight. Those 2 are my absolute favorite heroes right now, and I rank Beatrix number 1 and Rose Knight number 2 in terms of heroes overall. But long story short, guys, hopefully you guys liked the video, and if you guys did, tell a friend, you know. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. If I have, please let me know, and I will go ahead and cover that in a different video. But anyways, guys, as you guys know, love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe, but above all, stay classy.